And so I can't win or lose the game based on lane phase, is what I'm feeling like. This might be a kill. This is probably a kill. Nice. First blood for Drow, really nice. So he basically just frost arrowed him down until Undying, or until he knew that DP was low enough to finish with the multi-shot. Alright guys, I'm back with another Dota 2 VOD review. Today we're checking out TSM FTX. I think they're still TSM FTX. Maybe they're not for Dota. I don't know. Timado. And we're going to watch him play Drow Ranger. Now, I am sick. I feel like absolute garbage. So I wasn't going to record anything this weekend. But my Dota games have been all over the place because of weekend Dota. So I played one more game. I got one more win. Got my first win on Anti-Mage. So that's pretty cool. I saw a pretty decent looking situation to pick AM. I picked it. I went 12-3. I won lane. I feel like I itemized really well. Sorry, that might happen a few times, and I won that game. Now, Drow Ranger is a hero that I have always struggled with. It feels like a strong laner, but it feels very, very team reliant. So I picked this game because Timado has a good game. He goes 10-1 from the scoreline. I don't know what items he gets or what happens, but I think that this eventually I'm pretty sure this is the game I picked. It turns into a loss. So I've been saying for a while that I want to watch a game where somebody is losing and see how they react and what they do. Because what I'm learning more and more is the outcome of Dota games is not as much... Like, I can't control whether I win or lose. All I can do is control how I play. So we're going to watch Timado in a game where his team is losing, but he has a pretty good game, and just see what he does. We're also going to be just seeing what we can learn about Drow Ranger from watching this game. So we start Quelling Blade, Tangos, pieces of Wraithband, and branches. Pretty normal start. Quelling Blade helps us last hit a little bit better. We make the creeps meet right where we want them to. We're autoing right away because we're probably worried that Death Prophet is going to shove it into our tower, and we don't want that to happen. Zero last hits so far, zero last hits so far. But our Undying is doing Undying things and is bullying the Death Prophet, which is good.
Who said you could strong?
We use the Tango, we got given a Tango, and now we're gonna just run her down and hit her with frost arrows. Not quite a kill, it was looking like it might be.
No. We
have one last hit so far. Okay, we got two last hits so far. And what, 8 creeps? Or okay, we got that one. Oh, and we got that one. Okay. Okay, we're looking to play up when there's nothing to last hit. Ooh, missed the deny. The reason I picked Timado is because he has one of the highest hero scores on this hero, and he's played it recently. So he's played it post nerfs, which I don't think the nerfs hurt Drow herself very bad. They just made Drow like worse of a team hero because they made her agi, I think, halved for allies for marksmanship, but it didn't affect her at all. I don't think they nerfed anything else. So I think Drow is still good. Most of the time when I need a ranged carry, I've been picking Luna because my philosophy is I need to be able to recover in the jungle. That's been my philosophy in Dota right now because my laning phase isn't very strong, and my supports I'm below 2k. I'm at like 1.6k MMR. I'm Crusader, so I'm not very high MMR. So my supports usually don't know what's going on. And so I can't win or lose the game based on lane phase, is what I'm feeling like. This might be a kill. This is probably a kill. Nice. First blood for Drow, really nice. So he basically just frost arrowed him down until Undying, or until he knew that DP was low enough to finish with the multi-shot. Undying Drow, I feel like, is a really, really powerful lane. I feel like if you're looking for a duo that wins lanes, I feel like this is the lane. Because Drow is just really strong at fighting early because you can't run away from her because of frost arrows. And Undying is just can win lanes by himself 2v1. Almost. Can't interrupt that, but that's okay. So we go double Wraithband, and then we're going Power Treads. That's pretty normal. Pretty normal stuff. The wave is a little more forward than we want, so we defensively aggro. We're pulling it back to our range creep. We're getting pot shots in with our frost arrows whenever we can. It looks like he's using frost arrows to last hit too, which is interesting. That's something that I haven't really been doing. I didn't think I wanted to use mana on that, but maybe it's not a waste of mana. How much extra damage does it apply? Can I pause? 12 bonus damage. Okay. So we're doing, so instead of the 69, we're doing 81 when we hit with this. Okay, so that's probably significant enough to use that to last hit. I feel like that's fine. So that's something we've learned when we're playing Drow. Don't be afraid to use frost arrows to last hit if we need them. You can easily burn all your mana with Drow though, by frost arrowing too much, because you see he has 13 frost arrows right now. That's the way you look at that mana bar. It's 10 mana per frost arrow, has about 130, so he has 13 frost arrows. Did I say 10? I can't remember what I said. And now he has 9. Builds raindrops. I feel like raindrops are really smart on this hero. I'm still super bad at not building raindrops because none of the build guides that I follow have them on there. I need to just make my own builds, honestly. I really need to do that. I wish I could make one and then just make it, like, use it for all of my heroes. I'll bet there's a way to do that. I bet you can make it not hero specific or something. And then just put all of the item options. Because the big thing is, like, the big thing for laning is, like, what early pieces do I need to get me through lane? And Timado has then identified that raindrops are a big deal because Hoodwink does a lot of burst damage, and DP does a lot of damage too. So I don't know if raindrops block the siphon though. They probably don't. I think Drow is better against melee heroes, so it being double ranged I think makes it a little tougher. It makes Undying a little weaker too, because Undying wants to be fighting against strength heroes that he can sap strength from, which is probably why they picked DP and Squirrel. I like the raindrops though. They're a mana item that doubles as a defensive item. I mean, the main thing about it is it's a defensive item, but it also gives you mana regen, which is nice. I need to buy raindrops more. So we're just chilling. We're trying to stay in our lane as long as we can as Drow. We aren't the best jungler in the world. We can multi-shot to get creeps, but we aren't like an insane jungler. Gloves of haste. We want more attack speed instead of movement speed, which probably makes sense because we're against double range. We're not trying to kite anybody. Didn't get those creeps. 33 last hits at 7 minutes. Not the most crazy pace ever, I don't think.
Dyer's courier has gone to that big mailman cemetery in the
So I feel like if he feels like he could have killed them, he probably would have went boots. If he feels like him and Undying could run them down and kill them, he probably would have went boots. Or if it was a melee hero or something that was threatening him. Right now he's not threatened. DP's not going to kill him, because by the time DP gets in range, he's going to have slowed him and get him away from him. And Undying can always drop Tombstone. So I feel like Timado's not scared of dying right now. Is Undying might die. Oh, there's a kill for sure. Yeah. So like, I don't think you're ever scared of dying against these two. DP is really hard to kill, but she's not really like that scary. You know what I mean? It's not like she's gonna kill you unless you really mess up, especially if you're ranged. Now, if you're melee, it can be a little bit different. So you can frost arrow and then just run away. Yeah. And now he has boots, so now he can really kite. So I feel like he is just super Bing chilling in this lane. Need to VOD review one of my own games, but man, I'm just like, I feel like I'm still just so bad. The problem is I don't know like what. I feel like most of my mistakes are from like listening to my team. Like I get all hyped up to like help my team, and then I like sack my farming, and we end up making a couple bad plays, and then we lose. Like 2 games I lost today on Wraith King. I felt like, well, 1 game. I don't feel like there's a whole lot I could have done. Like, I guess I could have itemized not to farm, and I could have itemized to fight sooner on Wraith King. But, like, I feel like on Wraith King, you need Radiance to farm. You need Blink and BKB to fight. Like, I feel like you didn't need those 2. I mean, you definitely need Blink, or else you're just, you know, you're never going to get it on anyone. So I also needed Scotty though. I needed BKB because they were mostly magic damage, and I also needed Scotty because they had friggin' Necro, a ton of healing. They had Necro, Doom. Wait, was it Doom? I don't remember. They had Necro, and he was snowballing, and so I needed anti-hero. I don't know. We're just playing back. We're just kiting and getting as much damage off as we can. There are 5 heroes here, so we are getting out of here. Yep. 5 heroes, see you later. That tower is dead. They collapsed in order to get that tower with the DP ult, I think. So we're just going to try to help our OD take this one. So I don't know, like I was saying about one of those Wraith King losses, it was literally, I feel like teams just itemized poorly. We didn't build a vessel, we didn't build a pipe, and the Necro had Radiance. And so I needed BKB to be alive, but I also needed Scotty to be able to kill him. I just felt like it was like a game where I just needed too many items. And if, as Wraith King, if you're needing to build items to make people die, it's not good. The power of Wraith King is being a tank and being hard to kill. It's not really his damage. Like most of the time as Wraith King, when you're fighting, you're just trying to kill supports. You're not like wanting to man up and go carry on carry action. You're like trying to kill supports most of the time. And the power of your hero is creating a favorable like imbalance of numbers. You know what I mean? Because you get a bunch of damage off, and then you die, and then you come back, and then hopefully your team can win the fight from there. It isn't like I'm gonna just man up and murder you, or I'm gonna do so much damage that there's nothing you can do about it. It's like I have a second life. That's the power of my hero. Normally I want to be able to go Refresher, and I couldn't because I felt like we needed a Scotty because nobody built Shivas or Vessel. I feel like you have to buy one of those items. But like my Rubik mid and my DK both built Ags before a pipe or a Shivas or a Vessel. And my 5 silencer was trying to, but he's a 5 silencer. My Wind Ranger built Arcane Boots. Like, I don't know. And then the other game I lost, it was literally because we had a fed Shadow Fiend, and so I was just following him around fighting. Instead of letting him try to carry the fights and get stuff done and just getting more and more farmed, I kept fighting, and we kept like we kept overextending and like dying because of bad stuff. Like we could have won the game very easily, but we just made a bunch of mistakes. Like if I would have been playing the way I normally would, there's like a time where we were like trying to kill their base, and we probably couldn't, and I felt like we probably couldn't. But the team was like really pushing to try to end. And I feel like normally what I would have done is I would have backed off and I'd have TP'd out in that situation. I've been happy that I got bottom racks and a tier 4 tower. And then I would have just pushed other waves. But we fought, we died, and then they went to Roshan, and then we kind of trickled in one by one. And normally I would not have fought that. I just been like, all right, they get Rosh. That sucks. We made one mistake. It's okay. Don't make another one. And then I trickled in because our Magnus trickled in, and then our SF trickled in, and then I trickled in and died. And we all 3 died. And then I made another big mistake after that. So those 2 mistakes were easily preventable. They were just decision-making mistakes. And then I trolled. I thought I had my ult up when we were defending high ground, and I didn't. It was like 10 seconds off cooldown, and I went in and died, and he went in and died, and then we just lost the game. So it's like all of that was like trying to do stuff. Or he went in and died, and then I went in and died, and then we lost, yeah. All of that was just trying to like play around the fed person that was like shot calling and stuff, and like the more I play, the more I learn. Just ignore your team and play the game. It sucks that it is that way, but people can't, like, in the moment realize what they should be doing. They just can't do it. So I don't know. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna play one more game. Win or lose, I'm playing one more game because I really don't want to end on 2 losses. And it looked like a really, really good anti-mage game. I can't remember what made me think it was such a good anti-mage game. I got to last pick, which was nice. I don't normally get the last pick as 5. Normally I have the second phase. But it just didn't feel like they had anything that could kill me. And they had a lot of magic damage. And they didn't have, like, really, really good lockdown. I can't remember what the teams were. So we're not dying. Like, we're playing safe. We're playing smart. We're not dying. But the team's not winning any fights right now. Sorry. This game is, like, there's not a whole lot happening. I need to be paying attention to what he's doing, though. He's jungling a lot. He's trying to help the team where he can, which is Drow. I feel like you need to be involved. Because you're not like the craziest flash farmer ever.
Radiant's middle tower is hanging on by a brick. Dire is scanning.
I want to watch how he does his jungle farm. Okay, so he's shooting it through that and over the wall so he hits other creeps. That's smart. I need to do that more. So I'm trying to see like his farming patterns with multi-shot because I feel like it could be useful for farming multiple camps at a time, but I'm just not like doing it. I'm not very good at it. So we're going for a Yasha because we're still in farming mode. We're going Manta before we go Hurricane Pike. I think mostly because we're in farming mode. I played a Drow game yesterday and it didn't go well for me. My team basically used me as bait, and so I died a lot, but we won the game, so it is what it is. I don't feel like I played particularly well. I feel like I played lane pretty well, but mid-game and late-game fights, not so much. Here we have a Yasha. Are we going to go straight for Manta, or are we going to go Hurricane Pike? So we have Manta. We can Dispel... DP Silence, Muerta Silence. Phoenix Fire Spirit, I'd say, is the big thing that we're trying to dispel. I feel like the Fire Spirits are what we're trying to dispel. Fire Spirits are giga annoying. It's like perma uptime and so much attack speed slow, it's just unreal. I played against a Phoenix's Wraith King the other day, and I was like, me and my Necro both went Radiance. TP out, just doesn't have anything to stop us. Nice. I bought Radiance because I was against Phoenix, and I knew that I wasn't going to be right-clicking. I was hoping that he wouldn't buy Radiance, but he did. Double Radiance is not very good. But I didn't feel like I could build anything else. But maybe I could have built Manta and dispelled it. But then, like, he's just got another Fire Spirit. You know what I mean? It's like, then if he's smart, I Manta one of them. He just does it again. So I don't know. I feel like I've just lost some games just because of, like, poor itemization and poor decision making. That's, like, what all my losses this week have been, which is frustrating. It makes me lose confidence in my heroes too. Like, I've lost a little bit of confidence in Wraith King because my lanes have been going so poor. But I kind of feel like my lanes as Wraith King just usually go poor. It just is what it is. Like, I don't know. He just doesn't seem like he's just not a very good laner. He got his shard, which is usually what you want for damage. That's like your big damage item on Drow. Enemy got a Grove Bow, which means we should get a Grove Bow, which is huge. Silence so the Phoenix can't dive. Really good job. We can't do anything right now because Muerta's in her ult, and she's got her little zone up. Just nothing we could really do there. Sorry I'm coughing so much and like clearing my throat so much. Just is what it is. I'm sick. Whew, Muerta just got really fed right there. What item does Muerta have? That's DP. Mage Slayer. Dragonlance Mage Slayer. I guess she's scared of dying in the OD. I don't know.
I have solid intelligence on what is to come.
I feel like their comp isn't all that good for Timado here. He's got MP, which is a right clicker, OD, which is a lot of right clicking, which is mostly magic, so it's fine. And then Drow, which is mostly, you know, it's like a lot of physical damage. I wonder if DP has Greaves. Does DP have Greaves? DP does have Greaves. That makes it hard. He's against a Muerta and a TB. Ooh. TB got the... Woo! Got the Sunder off. Yikers. Wait, you don't want to man up against that right now. Yep. That guy is strong. I think he's lucky that that acorn shot missed uphill there. So we're still going Manta. We want to be able to dispel, which is fine. Trying to think of what items I would want here.
Put on a hard hat. That baby is coming down.
So Muerta is going to be a problem for me no matter what I build because I can't right click her when she's in her ult. TB, maybe a butterfly. Butterfly is good against TB and Muerta.
Hanging on by a brick.
I mean, Hurricane Pike's always good because it keeps us out of range. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I would want. I feel like I would want Butterfly and maybe Scotty because of Phoenix healing and DP healing. That's kind of what I'm thinking that I would want this game. We'll see what he does. I don't really know if he has time to get there, but... He knows this is a losing fight. So he is full on retreat mode right now. He doesn't know how much they're down. When you look at the kills, you wouldn't think that they're down that much. But they're down 6k. Okay, so we pull the camps together as much as we can, and then we shotgun through one into the other one. We're still finishing Manta. We have Manta now, don't we? I think we have Manta. And then we're going to get our Hurricane Pike, which, you know, makes sense. Helps us position, keeps us away from people.
Bulging eyes. If Dire doesn't haul ass and help out that bottom tower, there's not going to be a tower left. Radiant does not like Dire.
Roche.
Dire's bottom tower's gone to a tower farm up north.
We're still pretty much in farm mode. I think we're kind of hoping for Giga late game, but do we outcarry a TB in the Giga late game? I do not know. I don't know the answer to that question. I know Drow's late game is pretty nasty, especially with a Nature's Prophet on their team. He's gonna click. He's gonna right click really hard.
Radiant's middle tower just got smashed all to hell.
It helps OD too. I mean, gives him more attack speed. So it seems like a pretty decent Drow game, other than they don't have the most magic damage ever. I'd like to know where he picked in this draft. So he sends his Manta illusions to farm / scout. I think a lot of that was trying to see if the enemy team is invading him there. He doesn't see anyone on the map right now, so he's very scared. $193 CS, so not like a crazy pace, but he is a Drow, so And his team is behind, so it's probably hard to keep up with a good pace of farming. TPing in, try and help. Okay. We're gonna try to silence right when he comes out, I think. Oh no, we're just holding it. Okay. Nice, we're just staying back, staying away from the TB. Uh-oh, our spirit went in. He's ending. So it's a positive play for the team. And we're just staying back. We're not overcommitting to things that we can't do, you know. Getting close to the hurricane pike. Uh-oh, we just used our last bit of mana on our E. Oh my. Squirrel almost one-shot us. No, they used a lot on us. Okay. That worked out. It's been a little bit lucky this game. Squirrel was what, like less than 50 damage off from killing us there, I think. We're close to that hurricane pike. We got it. Okay, so now we got that. So what are we going next? See, I would be thinking, what does Muerta have? Doesn't have healing. Has a BKB. Holy Locket Phoenix. That's a lot of healing. This guy's going Scotty. We don't know that, obviously. And then healing. I would be thinking, and then Greaves. I would be thinking Scotty. But I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he thinks he needs. Obviously, he's the way more experienced player. Not even remote. We're not even in the same game of experience on the hero or in Dota in general. I've played less than 1,000 games, so. Okay.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated. Top tower.
Drones.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated.
And we're just staying with the team. Notice how on Drow, we're never not with the team. We are always with the team. We are the turret. We are killing the towers. We are doing the damage. This is not a hero that you play away from the team. Alright, we are out of here. Team is dead. See you later. But Drow is just like a useless, squishy hero by yourself. Just why I'm not a big fan. Right now, the heroes that I'm playing are the people that can jungle, that can split push, that aren't team reliant. That's what I'm playing. So it looks like he's going Butterfly, so it's kind of right on that. Butterfly makes sense, I think, because it's Muerta, Squirrel, TB. They're all a lot of right-click damage. I don't know what the Squirrel's build is, though. I think it was like the Aether Lynch, like one-shot you build. Yeah, the Squirrel looks like he's going for more of a one-shot potential. But they do have a lot of right-click damage, so I think Butterfly makes sense. But it looks like he's going Butterfly Daedalus. He feels like he just needs to just murder, just do an insane amount of damage. What does his OD have, and what does his Nature's Prophet have? Ags, Meteor Hammer, okay. So no Midas, so he's not going to be scaling crazy. Witchblade, Maelstrom, no Ags. I don't know how I feel about that. So his team definitely isn't going to be doing as much physical damage as they could have. So he feels like he really needs to pack a punch and go Daedalus. Which I don't think is like an incorrect a process for sure not, but I like the butterfly a lot. I think butterfly's smart. And then that forces Muerta and Terrorblade to buy MKB, and it keeps the squirrel from doing any right-click damage to him. Which the squirrel's not really looking to do right-click damage with this build, but, you know, it's not a trivial amount. Okay, big fight. We're just immediately getting out. So he has, like, a really good idea of when he can fight. Because he feels like, and I think he's rightly figured out that his team cannot fight right now. His team, and he's got an OD and a Nature's Prophet. So the way his team wins is by split pushing until either they break something, or they split the enemy team up, or they get a gold lead off of it. I feel like that is what he's identified as. We don't win by 5v5ing, which is fair. Earth Spirit isn't that crazy of a team fighter. Undying isn't that crazy of a team fighter. OD is just, you know, damage. Like, he has some AoE damage, but it's basically just the big burst from his ult. Nature's Prophet's not a good team fighter. You know what I mean? They win by, I think, splitting the enemy team up and picking people off. So I think that's why he's not trying to pursue these fights. He's like, oh, a full-on 5v5 is happening? Bye. It seems like that's what he's doing. If he feels like he can participate, he does a little bit, but not a lot. And then he just runs away. Most of the time. Most of the time he's running away. See, and look what's happening. His team is picking some people off. Because they split them up. And then they found some picks. That's how his team wins. I think he's correctly identified that. Titan Sliver for the status resistance and magic resist. Just wants to stay alive. I don't know how late this game goes. They pulled it back to a 3k deficit. It's pretty good. Muerta is just capping. So they've got themselves in a pretty good position. I'm wondering how they lose this. He has Butterfly, I think. Which is going to be really strong until they build a MKB. Let's see how close any of them are to MKB. Have they noticed that he's doing Butterfly? No MKB. No MKB. Going Silver Edge. Don't know what he's going. So MKB is going to be very, very, Butterfly's going to be very, very strong in this game. I feel like he can participate in fights more once he has Butterfly. Because then he doesn't have to worry about Terrorblade just manning up and murdering him. He can probably just man up with the Terrorblade and the Muerta. But maybe I'm wrong. OD gets caught. That sucks. We can't Roche. Even though Muerta's dead. Is Roche even up? No, Roche is not.
That thing is standing on its last brick.
Free pick here, it looks like. Oh, egg. We're just gonna kill it. Nice. We can't kill him while that's on. Because our frost arrows don't affect people that are BKB. Just when people are BKB, we probably need to try to just get away from them. He has so much agi right now. Crazy. Good gust. We just man up, right? We have Butterfly. He doesn't. We got the BKB at least. That's something. Okay. Yeah, I think those fights go a little bit better for us now that we have Butterfly. And then he's just going dataless because he's just like, I need to hit like a truck. I need to kill people quickly.
Radiant does not like dire kill Roche in cold blood. Well, warm when they killed him. Cold now.
Almost has Chrysalis. Not saving for buyback. Knows that at this point he needs every item he can get, I think. A buyback's not going to win the game for them. Usually safer buyback when you're ahead. And you have gold to waste on a second life. I feel like he knows. I feel like he knows that if he dies, it's probably over. So. Whew. Nice squirrel damage, real. Okay, we got a chrysalis. Trying to get data list still. How are we doing level wise? We're down to Muerta, but Muerta's fed. So we're doing alright. What talents did it go? I haven't watched that at all. Frost air damage, multi-shot cooldown, multi-shot damage. That's the normal stuff. And then it'll be marksmanship chance, I would guess. It could be additional frost waves because it's hard to right click. But I feel like it's probably going to be marksmanship chance. It's usually what we do. It's just so much damage. We tried. Not a whole lot we can do there. Still just trying to get to our data lists. We feel like we need to carry the team in damage. We feel like we... Oh! BKB switch! It is a lot of magic damage. He would have something then for the right clickers and the magic damage. It would be... It makes Death Prophet easier to kill too, because then she can't... she can't siphon you. It makes Muerta easier to kill too, because then you can't right click each other. Like if she goes ult and you go BKB, you can't right click each other. You just click through their items. I think he's checking probably for MKB if I had to guess. He has MKB. So now our butterfly doesn't help us like it did. So TB has MKB. So now we're not tanky against him. Ooh, destroyed. Okay, we got BKB. I'm curious what we think the big reason we need BKB is. I mean, it is a lot of magic damage. Muerta and DP. Notice how we're almost at 400 CS now, so now we're ahead of the pace on farm. And now we're going back for the data lists. Still need that damage. Just...
If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top tower, I'd put on a
wanted BKB
that
first.
baby is coming down.
But I think it's fair. I feel like he has spent a lot of fights running and not being able to man up, which I don't really think he can man up. I don't think he can man up with TB. He might be able to man up with Muerta when Muerta, or when if he BKBs, he might be able to man up with Muerta. I don't know. I don't play against Ninja Gear. I don't play against TB very often. Who we give Ninja Gear away? So we're valuing the status resistance and the magic resistance that highly, right? Isn't that what that gives? 20% basic damage. Magic resistance. I guess this maybe gives us more damage than Ninja Gear, but I doubt it. Ninja Gear is like attack speed and agility. But I guess we have enough agility. Now we're just trying to like be tanky. I don't know. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Our BKB is down. We used it to fight the DP. I don't know how this fight looks for us now, because we're just like fully screwed. It was a nice silence, but it wasn't enough to kill her. She BKB'd and ulted. So she's immune to physical and immune to magical. It's so disgusting. So Muerta's just immune to damage. And she has both of those going.
Radiant's middle tower is hanging on.
We're trying to get to 25 for the extra marksmanship chance, so we're going to buy the tome if the team will let us, and we're still trying to get to that Daedalus. And at this point, it's like, alright team, I have as much damage as I can get. If this isn't enough, I'm sorry. Because, I mean, what more damage could he build? He could have built a Silver Edge, I suppose. But I think Butterfly makes a lot of sense. It's just useless once that guy gets MKB. But you force him to buy MKB, which is kind of nice, I think. Because then he's not buying, like, Satanic and crap. We don't have a Scotty. Which, maybe Scotty... Is Scotty bad on ranged heroes? Can I look at the shop real quick? Can I pause that? Slows any range unit with 50% movement speed, my 60 attack speed slows enemy melee units with 20% movement speed and 30 attack speed. So it's much better against ranged units, which they are all ranged, all the people she's going to be hitting with it. So I don't know. I'm not sure why we didn't go Scotty this game. That would be a question I would ask. He has the Daedalus. I guess he feels like he just doesn't have enough damage if he doesn't go Daedalus. I feel like he feels like he needs to kill everybody, and he needs to kill people quickly. This is like, and eventually TB is going to outrank everything, I think. Whereas if I have Daedalus, maybe we can pick off 1 or 2 targets quickly, and then we have a numbers advantage. I don't know. This is beyond my knowledge. I don't buy Daedalus very often. I just don't. So I feel like most of the time I'm buying things to keep me alive and to allow me to do my damage. Daedalus just feels like, I don't know. I think Daedalus is just like a I need more juice item. That's what it feels like. I feel like most games I don't feel like that. I feel like most games, if I'm staying alive, I'm killing them. I don't feel like most games I feel like I need more juice. But I don't, again, I don't play Drow very often. I don't play range heroes very often in general. Most of the time my supports are picking squishy ranged heroes, so. That's why Wraith King is my most played carry by far, and it's not even close, because I feel like most games, I need a tanky guy with a stun. And right now, like, who's a better tanky guy with a stun than Wraith King, as far as the carry role goes? Nobody. Because, like, I might play Lifestealer more, but he doesn't have a stun. I might play Spectre more, but Spectre doesn't have a stun. I want to watch somebody good play Ursa too, because man, I cannot make Ursa work either. I listen to BSJ, I watch a lot of BSJ's videos, and BSJ is like, Ursa is the best carry right now, and I just go, it's got to be for your bracket only. It does not feel good in my games, because it feels like I have to, like on Ursa, it feels like I have to be the one to go in, because my team never wants to go in. And I also have to be the one that does all the damage. But the enemy team just gets to blow all their cooldowns on me. I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know. And it feels like I'm just purely single target. So it's like, I need to kill the target that I'm hitting quickly. And I can't ever do it quick enough. Feels like my lanes never go as well as they should. Because my lanes never go well. Because I'm in low elo and I'm not very good and my support's not very good. And so it feels like once your lane doesn't go that well, then you're in recovery mode on Ursa. It doesn't feel like you want to be in recovery mode on Ursa. It feels like you don't want to be in I need to use my Battle Fury to farm mode. It feels like a good Ursa game is like, okay, my team is winning their lane. I'm doing okay, at least in my lane, and we're snowballing off of fighting. That's what it feels like a good Ursa game is. Feels like my games are never that way in low MMR.
Radiant's middle tower is about to be a pile of smoking.
It feels like my games are always, I need to recover in the jungle. I need to be creative and buy time to get enough farm, to have enough to get enough ahead of the enemy team that I need to out efficiency. in the games where my team chills and doesn't int and gives me time to do that, I win. When my team doesn't chill and doesn't give me time to do that, I lose. They just, I don't know. I don't think they can fight. I feel like we're stuck in a situation where we can't fight. We gotta split them up by split pushing. But we can't seem to do that enough either.
Things are looking
He's going
dire.
swiftly. Just gonna sell the butterfly for that. Can he can disassemble the butterfly for that. Makes sense. It's more bursts. It seems like he's just all about trying to kill somebody as quickly as possible. It seems like that's what his goal is. It's just, I need to kill someone as quickly as possible. Yeah, okay. So he did mantle the Fire Spirit. I was wondering when he was going to dismantle, if he was going to mantle the Fire Spirit. TV got an illusion rune. We don't like that. Nature's Prophet is still trying to man up and fight the Mirtha 1v1. TV got Wave of Terror. That sucks. Even harder to kill him now. So he has Titan. Looks like he has Titan's Liver when he's fighting. And he's just using the Ninja Gear as a smoke to be safer. He always keeps the clarity on him. He's trying to man a hungry hoe.
Middle tower is gone.
I just don't see how he wins this. They're on 12. I feel like his team needed a snowball really hard with Nature's Prophet, Drow, OD, Undying, Earth Spirit. I feel like they really needed a snowball. Uh-oh. Never game fight. It's just so hard, man. They have so many heroes that are hard to kill. He has enough for Swift Blink, but he's saving enough for buyback.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom
Squirrel's
tower is
going
getting
E-Blade.
obliterated.
Ugh, gross.
Fine, you can look. It's kind of funny.
Proper skacks.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated. Okay, fine, you can look. It's kind of funny.
Really a
Radiant's sturdy
dissimilar
bottom
butterfly,
tower was
right,
built
at
to
this point.
withstand, never mind, it's gone.
Guess we don't want to spend the money on the recipe. We need that much for buyback, it looks like.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is a pile of dust and ground.
Seems like Muerta's a little bit on the rise of being. She's like seems like so close to being OP. Seems like decent right now, or she was terrible on release. She seems pretty decent. Yeah, I don't know. Feels like we just can't win fights. And this is what I don't like about being a Drow Ranger, is like, I need to win fights to win the game, right? Like, I'm not a split pusher. I can't do any split push shenanigans, you know? It's like, I'm kind of stuck man fighting my own team losing. Okay. It's a good kick by her spirit. What is that squirrel doing?
Get a bit caught up.
I think that hit. I think the squirrel's too fast. We got Swift Blink and Butterfly. Oh, we didn't want to disassemble our Butterfly for Swift Blink. We're using Swift Blink instead of boots. Okay, that makes sense. I still feel like disassembling for the butterfly would have been better, but maybe until Muerta gets MKB, we don't care. But Muerta's not killing MKB. I feel like Scotty, especially with him having Satanic now, I don't know. It just seems like we need Scotty to kill anything. Maybe I'm crazy. Man, this is another long one. I didn't realize this was going to be another almost 60-minute game. I think I remember the time being somewhere around 50 minutes though, so I think it's almost over. So it's probably gonna be one more fight and the game's over. Especially since we bought out. We don't have enough for buyback right now. So if we die, it's definitely over. I don't think we die though. I'm pretty sure that one death was his only death in this game. Swiftly trying to do stuff. We can't hit the egg. So bad for our team. There's Soutins. They don't have enough juice. They just don't have it. They don't have enough team fight. That's really weird that they just both pinged each other Mia at the same time. He knows he can't fight unless he sees Hoodwink. Forever. Holy. That's why he was pinging Hoodwink Mia. He knew that they could one-shot him. Well, that's game over. He knows it. Not worth dying. Huh. Well, that definitely proves that not every Dota game is winnable, because holy smokes, he was 10-1. His Earth Spirit fed, his Undying fed, which they should. Their melee supports, they're gonna feed. I feel like they just didn't have enough team fight to win that game. I feel like they needed more team fight, and the enemy team had a lot more. They had DP with her ult, they had Phoenix Egg, they had Muerta, little zone circle-y thingy. I don't know, I feel like they got outdrafted this game. Things I learned. I'm not going to go over all the things I learned because it's already a 52-minute video. That's just going to be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.